Hello and welcome to Hindustan Times Online. Desi Martini. My name is Sandeep, and today I have with me the producer and the director duo of Saand ki Aankh. The film stars Taapsee Pannu and Bhumi Pednekar in wonderful roles, and we have Tushar Hiranandani, the director of the film, and Nidhi Parmar, the producer. Well, the two are husband and wife in reality. So, the first question that comes to my mind right now is, when you are kind of taking or dragging the personal chemistry out in the open and letting it out in the professional world, how does it feel?
I think he's a very peaceful person. Tantrums सारे यहीं पे होते हैं. He's very peaceful, so ऐसा कुछ था नहीं. Set पे dynamics were very clear. He was the director, so I respected him. I did not bring my personal issues on set, but no, I don't think it was. I think it only gives us. Every husband wife is different. For us, it makes us more powerful together because we, at the end of the day, have a same vision for a future.
Absolutely.
And we opened a company together, Chalk and Cheese, we have a shared ethos. So I think for us, it's been so far so good, but it's only one film. Ask me after 10 films.
All right, sure. Tushar, you've got to tell me, how has the chemistry of the two, between the two of you have been on the sets? Were there little tips, were there disagreements that matter?
She was handling the entire crew, or the entire set was run by her. She was doing the entire production over there. If she would have not been there, I don't think this film would have been completed. Because we had a lot of restrictions. There were a lot of times when it started raining suddenly. So it was very hard to shoot it. But she was solving all our problems and giving it to me on a platter, and I had to just go and shoot the film. So without her, I don't think the film would have been completed also. So it's been great. I'm so happy that she was the producer of the film. I'm also happy that she's my wife also. I am.
How did you actually kind of zero in on them instead of, there are so many other characters in India to be made a film on?
So I used to really like this show called Satyamay Jayate, which Mr. Amir Khan used to host. And when I saw, I was around 40 years old and now I'm 45. So I had done enough in life. I had written the films I wanted to. I was already working for Balaji, so I was monetarily well settled. So was she. She was also had a great job, and everything was smooth sailing. So I said, next 5 years this will continue, and then you retire. But then when I saw these ladies at the age of 60, they had picked up the gun, and they actually changed, not for themselves but for their daughters, and they changed the entire surrounding of all the girls over there today. So I thought that is such a beautiful idea that someone at the age of 60 can think about that, and while I am thinking of retiring. And it was always my dream to direct a film, but I could never make it. I said then this is the right time and the right subject to make it. So like it says, Tan Buddha hota, Man Nudda nahi hota. That's the catchline of my film. It felt for me also. I think that's what I wanted to do it the same way.
The day when your film actually came out in public, even before that, there were dissension voices about the film, about the fact that you have cast young actresses rather, to portray the roles of shooter dadis who are octogenarian in reality, 60-year-old ladies. What do you have to say in the entire?
So basically, I'll tell you. It is not that we didn't try to cast older people, but there are some restrictions monetarily. There are some things that you need to get right to make a film. It's so easy to say that, why didn't you should have, and this and that. But to make a film is really tough. To release a film is even tougher. And it has to make sense to the producers in the end. But not only saying that, we did try it and it didn't happen. And we went to a lot of senior actors also. They didn't show any interest. Not that Neena Gupta I didn't go to, but there were other actresses that I went to who were senior enough. They didn't want to do it.
And the ones who did, we couldn't make the project
stand up. Okay. We could not. So the whole point is also, like I said, you have to make a film and it has to release. So it has to get, and now because of these two actresses that I've cast, we had the guts to get a women-oriented film, a women-centric film on Diwali, which never happens. Have you ever seen a women-centric film release? So now because we have these two actresses, we had the guts to come in such a big way. So then it also, another part is that I'm a very big fan of Mother India, and I've paid tribute to it in my film. Nice. Yeah, and it had Nargis. Yeah, and it had Nargis ji playing age from a young person to old. Similarly in my film also, if you see, they are playing young too. There are songs, I don't know if you've seen the songs, there are trailers, there's the scenes, there are 30 minutes of footage when they are young. So I needed that part to be played by them. So and like Mother India, I wanted them to young and age, and that's the beauty of it, that an actor who's that young is playing that role. Please, instead of just talking about, give them that credit and give them that due for the courage to do that. No one wanted to do it except for these two. So I always think that this is the best thing that I could get, and thanks to them that we can release the movie on Diwali.
Nidhi, you have anything to say?
Yeah, I think that also Tushar came up with this. He was very inspired from Mother India. He's been inspired ever since I know him. But after struggling a lot with the casting and even like he said, we went to the older actresses as well. Some
So who are these actresses that you went to?
I wouldn't want to take names because for various reasons it didn't work out, and it's not fair on them and it's not fair on us because some didn't happen because of them, some didn't happen because we couldn't make it happen. For various reasons, intentions were there, but it just didn't materialize. And then Tushar came up with this idea that I've always been inspired by Mother India, and it is a journey of these women who get married at 18, 19, and then at 60 they pick up the gun. So why don't we take younger actors, because it'll be easier to age them than reverse age somebody who's older. So we started looking, and it'll give us more money to make the film, to be honest, because though it's a small film, we wanted to, Tushar and I always had this feeling that we want to show Indian villages in a good light, as bright and happy, and not poverty-stricken, dark villages, So,
like, I hate India when people show it like dirty and ganda. I just want because when I went to the village, it was so beautiful, and me and my cameraman just decided that their life might be tough, but the village is so beautiful. So we wanted to show the beauty, and obviously to show beauty, it takes a certain amount of cost, and you need more time to shoot it. So that's how we've made this film. So I think this is what we could do best, and we did that.
I mean, when you're working with people, real people, and they're acting in front of the camera, how difficult was it for you guys to kind of communicate that to them?
So basically, see, what happened is because we had budget constraint and we had a huge star cast, as in there are a lot of characters in my film. So I could not afford taking people from Bombay, so I had to pay for the stay, the travel. So the almost like 30.
Increasing humongously.
So obviously we had 30-40 people which we casted. So basically there are 20 women from the house and the children. So I just told my assistant that just go and play the song Bidi Jalele, and anyone who can dance well, I feel, can express well. So we just played the song, and whichever the ladies who could really dance well on that, I said cast these people. I kept on casting the people who could dance really well, because I always feel anyone who can, once you dance, you express really well. So that's, in fact, then after that, seeing them dancing, I've used them in the songs also. All the songs, they are the actual ladies who are dancing for Meerut, who are playing the roles of the family women in the house.
Okay. And how about the relationship between the two actors on sets? I mean, was it difficult for you, good for you? I mean, super for you to kind of handle?
I think it was so good, because I've said this before also that I think by the time we started this film, all four of us had seen so many challenges to start this film that we had already become a family. And Taapsee and Bhumi also, right from day one, they started on a very good note, and that bond only became stronger throughout the film. And in fact, like I said, we got so frustrated with the good vibes that we created a prank. कि चलो उनकी झूठी मूठी एक लड़ाई करा देते, थोड़ी excitement आए set पे. But there was, we worked and we stayed like a family, and yeah, it's been a wonderful experience. I don't know how as a director what he felt, but it was very peaceful overall.
Was there any ego clash with the two actors?
No, not at all. Yeah. They are such secure actors now. Both of them were so secured, and the best part, they knew what film they are doing, and they knew the role that they are going to get into. Yes, we were all scared about it also, and we were also confident about it at the same time, because we knew that there's no middle way in this film. It's Arya par, like you say. So either we'll be thrashed or we'll be really praised. We are ready for that. And now I'm just hoping that once people see the film, like the reaction I've got from the Vice President, I went to China, the audience gave me the reaction. I went to every place that anyone,
all these things is
yes, giving us the assurance.
The film is closing.
So everything has just been so positive. Like you said, there are negatives, but I'm looking at the brighter side. There have been so many, and we got U certificate without any cuts, and it's a Diwali film, it's an entertaining film. Everyone can see this film, so we are just happy about it. Yeah.
I think despite the trolling negativity that's been there, we've had so much positivity around us from the audience as well as from everybody who's seeing the film, and even people who've not seen the Rajasthan government has declared it tax-free without seeing it. So, I mean, we're getting a lot of support, and we just count our blessings, and we're grateful that we've made an honest effort, and the universe seems to be with us, and hopefully the audience will be too.
The film is coming out in Diwali, you just said, and there are two other films that are coming out in Diwali. One is Rajkumar Moni star Made in China, the other one is Household 4, which has a huge star cast. What do you feel the film stands? I mean,
I am the writer of Household 4 also. Okay. So I'm one of the writers of Household 4. Diwali is a great period to release films, yeah. And today I always think that if your film is good, people, you will get an audience. There's nothing called a big or small film today. I just feel it's either a good film or bad film. And if by looking at the trend that is happening in the last couple of 1-2 years, we see all the good films are running. So if you have a good film, it's going to run. And I hope all three. I feel all three are great films, and I feel all three will run. We all will celebrate Diwali really well.
I really feel that we are blessed to be in a time where on a festival like Diwali, 3 different films are coming and 3 good content films are coming. Houseful has its own content which is loved, and it's a franchise. Made in China, I'm sure, is great content again. There's Raj and there's Moni. We have great content in our film. I think we are very lucky to be living in a time where 3 good films are coming, and I think we all should support each other's industry, and I'm sure there's enough space for all of us, and we all will make money and have a happy Diwali, like you said.
I think that once all the 3 films release, I think the celebration party will be together, all 3. We will celebrate together. We all 3 throw a party together for everybody.
So, with that, we come to the end of this lovely conversation with the lovely duo. My name is Sandeep, within the Sun Times Online. Desi Martini. Thank you so much.